This episode brought to you by Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Guy. Remember it so you don't have to. Since its premiere in 2004, audiences have been waiting 14 years for a sequel to Pixar's super family hit, The Incredibles. It was one of the few Disney properties people actually want to follow up to, so naturally, that's the one that took forever to get to us. Well, in 2018, the same group finally got back together, won over critics, became Pixar's highest-grossing movie for several years, and I guess got really mixed reactions online. On the one hand, this isn't surprising. They waited too long, and audiences grew up theorizing about what the perfect sequel would be. And yeah, it's not like this film doesn't have some major flaws. But as someone who didn't grow up with the original and saw it as basically a decent story from Pixar, finally putting humans in the lead instead of objects or animals, I guess I didn't have the same amount of hype, even though I did want to see a sequel as well. I can't deny the criticisms it's gotten, but I can't ignore the stuff that really is fantastic and, at times, even improves on the original. So yes, there's some step forwards, there's some step backwards, but I had issues with the first film too, and that didn't end up ruining it for me, and this one I think is in the same camp. But it's also been a long time since I put it on again. Will I see something different this time around and find it didn't hold up as well as I thought? Well, let's fly on in. With this family of superheroes where none of them fly, it's kind of weird. Let's take a look at Incredibles 2. Admittedly, the film doesn't start off on the strongest note, picking up exactly where the last film left off, with a supervillain attacking the city, which I don't think is what audiences were particularly waiting for all these years later. As Violet's crush Tony says he saw the parts dressing up as superheroes.
Watch out for Jack. I thought we were gonna go.
I heard your mother. This already feels a little weird, like at the end of the last one, they all smile and put on their masks. They even had one for the baby, and then they're told someone has to stay with the baby.
You're not sticking me with babysitting.
Why even give him a mask then? It's like Batman giving Robin a costume and telling him not to fight crime with him.
That's not bad. Violet, who's going to Jack? I'm just liking it.
The fight sequence is good with some funny moments, particularly around pawning off Jack, and by God, over a decade away allows the animators to up their skills even more as this film looks gorgeous. But more issues pop up afterwards when, just like in the previous film, the heroes are blamed for the damages caused.
Did you catch him?
No, the banks were insured.
You'd have preferred we do nothing?
Without a doubt.
Alright, so this is where you go. Is the satire too clever or the world building too stupid? Because on the one hand, yeah, you don't expect people and laws to change instantly, but that's why you started the sequel later like people assumed. In fact, some were let down, me included, that it didn't take place years later, allowing the characters to still age. I even did a fanscription around that a while back. But admittedly, that is one of the advantages of animation. Bugs Bunny doesn't age, SpongeBob doesn't age. So I get why to keep the family the same for years, except it's literally been 14 years and we've only gotten this one follow-up, so it does feel a little odd.
I wish I could forget I ever saw her in that suit.
You will, kid. You will.
After Tony's mind is wiped by Rick, now played by Jonathan Banks, he says politicians are shutting down supers again and they have to go back into hiding. With honestly a pretty clever line.
Politicians don't understand people who do good simply because it's right. Makes them nervous.
Brought to you by Disney. So yeah, we're right back to square one with everybody having a bad case of sequelitis. Again, it's a pretty weak start. But not only are these characters still really fun to watch as a super family.
Did you wash your hands with soap? Did you dry them?
Everybody knows air dry doesn't do shit. But things turn around quickly, sorta, when a tycoon named Winston Dever, played by Bob Odenkirk, saw the heroes return and wants to create a PR campaign to make them popular again.
And this... Oh, hello there, superheroes. I'm so sorry.
Is my tardy sister, Evelyn.
And I'm scolding myself, so you don't have to, Winston.
She did it. Yes, the Professor Quirrell rule. Anytime there's a timid and clumsy side character that doesn't seem necessary, just assume they're gonna be the twist villain.
Father believed the world would be more dangerous without you.
As Catherine Keener as Evelyn, and for the moment she's on board with bringing supers back. But they say Elastigirl has the best shot at being the face of the comeback.
To help my family, I gotta leave it. To fix the law, I gotta break it.
You'll be fine.
I know I will. But what about you? We have kids.
I'll watch the kids, no problem. Easy.
Easy.
Come on, it's not like we're in the days of Mr. Mom as much as Hollywood wishes it was.